Welcome to Winds Baptist Church. This evening we have the second and final presentation of the Christmas musical, The Story of Christmas. Join us and be blessed as the Sanctuary Choir and musicians, Set Apart Student Worship Team, and Masterpiece Kids share the true story of Christmas. Would you like to hear how God is using missionaries in some of the most hostile areas in the world? The Veritas School welcomes you to an evening with Insanity of God author Nick Ripken. Nick and his wife Ruth have spent over 30 years living among and learning from believers in persecution. On Thursday, January 18th, Nick and Ruth will share the redeeming work of Christ through the testimonies of our faithful brothers and sisters in the global church. This special event will start at 7 p.m. and transportation to Veritas will be provided with the church shuttle departing at 6 p.m. If you're interested in attending, please see the sign-up sheet in the foyer or contact Travis Rector. FYI, our church services schedule for the Christmas holidays are as follows. Sunday, December 24th, we'll be having one morning service at 10:30 and a Christmas Eve candlelight service at 5 o'clock. Sunday, December 31st, we will run our normal morning schedule with no evening service. Also, there will be no Wednesday activities this week or the following Wednesday, December 27th. Wednesday activities will resume on January 3rd. Joel Sutton has just launched his new website. Would you like to receive a scripture and devotional thought each day delivered for free to your inbox? Go to the Sutton's website, suttonministries.com, click on devotionals, and fill out the contact information to sign up. Would you like to share what God has been doing in your life? Send an email to joel@suttonministries.com with a paragraph or two of personal testimony of how God has led and blessed you. Your testimony will be edited and shared on the Sutton Ministries website for the encouragement of others. Let's tell everyone what God is doing in our lives. The Lottie Moon Christmas offering was established to empower the international missions efforts for Southern Baptist. Our church goal is to raise $33,000 for the Lottie Moon offering. Take a look at this video.
Gambaru, roughly translated, the Japanese word means to tough it out, to overcome obstacles, to persevere, to press on through tough times, focusing on the importance of finishing a task and never stopping until a goal is achieved. Who would have thought that a Southern girl from Alabama and a farm boy from Missouri would end up in Japan and find this to be our story? People told us, you can't get into the hospitals, you can't get into the schools. And God has opened doors for us to go in and minister. People told us, you're not going to be able to get into the orphanages. God has opened doors for us to get in and minister to the orphans. People told us, it's going to be difficult to adopt. God has blessed us with a son and a testimony of his faithfulness. People told us it's going to take years for you to see fruit in Japan. And what we've got now is something only God could have accomplished.
One amazing thing that God has done this last year is open the doors for us to start a church plant in our pediatrician's office.
We met Dr. Shimizu when one of our children was sick. Come to find out, Shimizu Sensei was also a believer who had a heart to use her business and her clinic to reach out to the Japanese people.
Japanese do not readily enter churches, so even if the gospel is shared inside the church, most Japanese will not have a chance to hear the gospel. However, hospitals, schools, nursing homes, and other things like this always have people coming to them. If in those places they are able to encounter the gospel, then lots of Japanese will have an opportunity to hear the gospel.
So that's what we're seeing at the church plant, is that people are coming in and they're seeing new life. They're seeing people's lives who have been changed by the gospel, and they realize there's something missing in their own. They realize there's something that they need in their own life and they're beginning to be drawn to the love and grace of the gospel.
I always felt something was missing before. After knowing God, I always feel a sense of security in my heart. Even though I have everyday worries and problems, I always talk to Jesus honestly, and He gives me peace.
I guess what makes me emotional about seeing lives change is it's nothing I can do. God calls us to be obedient, but really the work is totally dependent upon Him and what He has planned. It makes the hard days worth it to be able to see Him really, truly working. だけじゃなくて、本当に全部そのこと。
We are overwhelmed by the work of God's grace in our lives. We know that the only hope for the people of Japan is the message of the gospel. And it's because of that we're compelled to continue working in this country.